grupo tiene tercer disco, se llama The Black Parade y viene a ser como el alter ego de la banda y además viene a reflejar también un cierto cambio en la actitud y también en la imagen de estos chicos. Y por eso tengo aquí al lado a Mateo, que como estuvo en el Metro Rock nos lo va a contar todo.
Hombre, sí que hay ese cambio porque en los discos anteriores, My Chemical Romance, siempre hablaban de la muerte, del suicidio, ¿no? Bueno, Gerard, el cantante, sí que, bueno, eran temas que siempre le han obsesionado, y en este, The Black Parade, el tercer disco, hay un cambio porque siguen hablando de la muerte, es muy oscuro, muy barroco, muy épico, pero desde un punto de vista más optimista, es decir, que hablan de la muerte, pero para decirnos que aprovechemos la vida, que es muy bonita y muy corta, y que aunque el mundo sabe que es una mierda, siempre hay algo a lo que agarrarte, y básicamente ese es todo el concepto del disco, un disco de concepto que va desde los vídeos que hemos visto aquí, a todo el libreto y a todas las canciones que forman parte de él.
Bueno, pues me parece muy bien ese cambio de actitud. También es verdad que al principio, como Gerard, el cantante, había pasado, bueno, pues, algunos problemillas, quiso suicidarse, etcétera, pues se volcaba mucho esas ideas en sus canciones. Así que me alegro mucho que tengan ese optimismo ahora para las canciones. Pero bueno, a lo que íbamos, porque qué tal el concierto y todo eso allí.
Muy bien, sorprendieron, había mucha gente que no iba por ellos y sí que sorprendieron. Es muy americano el show, es muy circense, muy de teatro. Bueno, en el disco hay una canción con Liza Minnelli, así que con eso se puede entender que sea muy cabaretera toda la propuesta que llevan en directo. Y me llamó mucho la atención, al estar con Gerard, el cantante del grupo, lo profesionales que son, porque venían de tocar de Bilbao, vinieron a Madrid y tienen el horario súper cerrado. Entrevistas con medios, prueba de sonido, concierto, y una cosa no hace que dejen aparte otra. Quiero decir que son muy profesionales, cosa que se agradece.
Bueno, pues eso está muy bien, y yo creo que lo mejor es que echemos un vistazo a esta entrevista.
When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up,
it's a dark record. It's about death, but it's more importantly about life. And I think the message that, specifically on Black Parade, is that we wanted people really to be left with that sentiment of the last song and the chorus in that song of saying, you know, I am not afraid to keep on living. It's about somebody like wasting their life away, you know, and it's like a warning not to do that. And you know, in making the record, I realized people were more afraid to live and tell the truth than they were to die. Way more afraid to live. So we wanted to let them know the world is actually kind of a beautiful place. It's ugly, but it's also really beautiful, so. Sonically, he's a genius. And then emotionally, or musically, he was our piano player on the whole record, in practices too. So he was like in the band, kind of. And then emotionally, he was our biggest cheerleader. He was the one saying, it's not crazy enough, make it crazier, like, take a bigger risk. Like, if the song was nuts, those were the songs he pushed for. Anything that was just a punk song, he didn't want on the record. And it was, I love the guy, I miss the guy, you know, right now. We all create the songs together, like, usually an idea will come from one person and that person will bring it in, and then we all work on it, you know. So it's like a friendly, it's a democracy based on friendship, so it's kind of like, there's a lot of give there, you know. It was a very long process, the art, you know. I'm a big art fan, you know, I'm an artist myself, and it started with drawings that were happening while we were making, in pre-production, not even recording. And then they just kept snowballing, and then I found my favorite artists. And then I chose those guys and asked them to reinterpret the vision of the Black Parade. And they all did. And that's what you see inside the record. I'm extremely involved in the videos. Like, you know, Sam Bayer is a genius. And to be able to work with somebody that's a genius like that it's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And then he made it so Colleen Atwood, who's an amazing costume designer, did our uniforms. You know, it was just a phenomenal experience all the way through. We were just too close to it. It was too, and we didn't. It was, you know, it was our fault too. Like, we didn't get away from the fire, you know, because we didn't want to ruin the shot. So, but the fire was too hot, and it just burned his leg. It burned right through his pants. It's the one song on the record that is the most culturally relevant to modern times. I mean, it's directly about the kids we would meet and how alienated they felt. And it was directly about things like Columbine, and it was directly about kids lashing out in violence, you know? The fiction is the disease. I don't have that disease. I met a lot of people that had that disease. And so that's kind of the reality. And it's also an extremely strong metaphor for relationships between people that don't work. And, you know, it's just a strong metaphor for that. Like, leaving somebody from death and leaving somebody because you can't be in a relationship with them are very similar. You don't have a choice, I guess. It was amazing. I mean, she's a legend. She's the first person that I wanted. She was the first person we asked, and she said yes right away. It's my favorite song on the record. I knew I wanted just one line, you know, and I knew I needed that perfect voice. She loved it. Like, she totally understood the band, and she totally understood what we were doing. She loved it so much. I think the best bands really sound different than their studio records. You know, it's different because it's more unpredictable, it's more visceral, it's more aggressive, it's more reckless, you know, and I think that makes for a more interesting soundscape, you know. We don't have a lot of crazy moments, honestly. Yeah, we're very dedicated to what we do, and we're very closed off. And because of being so closed off, we don't run into a lot of weird situations at all, or problems or anything. Hey guys, this is Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance, and you're watching Fly Music.